Oh no, it's spoiling when I'm doing this. That's illegal. Awkward introduction after awkward introduction to classmates that couldn't care less. Kept me anxious all morning. And there's still the whole rest of the day to go. And all you're thinking about is lunch. That's the worst. I like the digitization here. It feels cheap. But like, hey, Angels with Scaly Wings had cheap backgrounds, you know? They used an alleyway and made it dark for like an underground tunnel. It was hilarious. I know because I saw the art. Eventually, lunch comes around. All the edible stuff is well outside my price range of fucking free, so I settle for a pseudo pizza. The kind that becomes a viable weapon if you leave it alone for 10 minutes. So it's like McDonald's French fries can basically qualify as a banana peel if you leave them around for 5 minutes. But more Mario Kart. No time to waste after exiting the line. I scanned the lunchroom for an open seat. I thought I'd found a decent spot in the corner when disaster struck. KO! 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 Said disaster was a hand grabbing me by my shoulder and turning me about. It was an about-face moment, and I was surprised to learn that it was actually about-face. It's such a weird manner of speech. But would it be in French? About-face? My plate of pizza-shaped cardboard threatened to smear across my shirt. I fought the momentum of the tray until the hand that spun me around stabilized it and me. He looks like he just got murdered. Whoa there, don't drop your... Nearly dropped your food, Anon. Yeah, and whose fault is that? Yours? I swear to all that is good and holy. Want to sit with us? What? Want to sit with Naomi and me, since you're new and all? He points to a table where the living pink sugar rush is waving. God damn it. I don't want to make a scene. Sure. Before I even sit down, the barrage of questions begins. So, what do you think of here? How about your classes? You seem... I just nod along, starting to not pay attention. I am joining my classmates in not giving a shit. You looking forward to the rest of the day, huh? Not really. These introductions, you know. I get you. Hey, I get you. Hard to talk to people you don't know, right? Says the man who in like the games is like a big shot. Naomi is apparently like terrified and trying her best, and Nasser's just like a nerd. I don't like that, which is why in the thing I'm writing, I am kind of expanding character traits, because I need everyone to have some sort of dramatic angle, something that actually works for them. Because the way the story is shaped out, like, what the fuck is the conflict? Is a question I don't have a good answer to. Like, the world is ending, but that's not, like... If the world is ending, then the world needs to be a character, because the world is part of that event, you know? I need to give a shit about the world at large. Or care a lot about the characters in question, but I don't know. We'll get to that when we get to that, and I'll look like a chump. So you have that to look forward to, people who want to feel vindicated. Yeah, something like that, yeah. Here, last period, a trip in front of everyone. Talk about a first impression. Hey, I don't think they care too much. Have you had any trouble since then? Do you have enough money for food today? Oh, you're short on food, money man? Not really. Just got to sign up for some handouts. Naomi starts looking disappointed. I'm only picking up on Nas's interjections. Well, if you need some extra chow, there's gonna be free refreshments at my at Fang's concert after school today. So, in the original game, and I think this is kind of important, in Volcano High, this is kind of a point. Like, the mother character fucks it up, calls her Fatma, and uses the wrong pronouns. Fair point. I have issues with the fact that plot point gets resolved. Nothing is done with it. Fang's gender in that game is an awkward moment or two, but it's not a thing. And my problem with it is, if you're not going to make it a thing... I mean, I guess it gets brought up by Sage, because it's like a connecting element. But Sage isn't that huge of a character now, are they? I mean, I guess they show up at the end moment, and they got that scene at the bus, and then at the hill. Do we ever get a good, like, See, that's the problem, is, like, I think about this, and I realized, like, do these characters get a moment to breathe? Because, like, good characters, they breathe. They're in a situation. You put them in a situation that's not tense, and then a situation that is tense. And that creates a sort of contrast. And then you build up to a thing they actually need to solve somehow. Like a thing that needs talking out, a problem that needs solving. That kind of stuff. And I don't get the feeling anyone does that. Like, it just resolves itself off screen. And Rosa's like, oh, I'm also transgender, by the way. Never gets brought up. I'm like, oh. Okay. Thanks. I don't know. It just feels like more could have been done with it. We'll get to that, but I do feel that Goodbye Volcano High is like half-baked. It needed oven time. It needed space. And the whole voice acting, lip-syncing, animation stuff killed it. I saw a guy explain it extremely well, by the way, in terms that will make this more palatable for you. There are two ways to do a visual novel, or this kind of stuff. You either go ham on the animation, or you do nothing with the animation and focus on the story. Because a good experience excels somewhere. It has that punchy moment. And while Goodbye Volcano High ends on a moment, I don't know if... Like, it doesn't last with me. Maybe I'll turn my head around, but this is the time I feel right like this. And I'll look back at this LP. I never look at my LPs. Sorry to tell you that, but I don't. Your what? Fang. Your brother or... sibling? What? Fang's gonna have some extra pizzas for the show. You could take some home. I don't know about concerts. Not really one for public events like that. Alright, man. Just thought you could use the opportunities to make some friends. Oh, I can scroll through this. Thank you. I didn't know that. Because normally they have, like, buttons for that. But it's the mouse wheel. What was that? I assume that was not meant to be malicious. I'll consider it. Hey, don't leave me out of this conversation. How about I help you pick out some cheap food after school? I know a great vegan shop. Yeah, because she's a herbivore. Oh, would herbivores be vegan if they were obligate? Because obligates can't eat the other type, but there's a lot of in-between space. A lot of animals can actually digest in-between states. Everyone's like, oh, deer are herbivores. No. A deer will eat your ass if they can. I know some great vegan shops in the area. My stomach rolls at the V word. Maybe another time, sorry. I'm a human. I like my fatty proteins. Animal fat! So how about that concert, Nasa? Nasir? Dinner and a show? Sign me the fuck up. So what do they play? Music. Music? Yes. What kind? The kind you listen to. What genre? The good kind? You don't know, do you? Nope. Well, free food is free food. I look at my pizza, noticing something is wrong. It's been 10 minutes! It's been 10 minutes! You fool! I test it with my plastic spork and watch the cheap utensils shatter to bits. I've never had pizza this bad. Every pizza I've ever had has somewhat maintained flavor, especially after reheating. So one day I will go to America and I will experience the shit pizza. And I will taste for myself how shit pizza can be. But not today. I curse my life for the third time today. The dreaded 10-minute mark has passed, rendering my pizza only useful as building material. Oh dear, Nasser, why don't you split your sandwich with him? Why does he have to split? Why does Nasser have to split, Naomi? But it's my sandwich. It's fine. We can split my vegan TLT. It's tomato, lettuce, and tomato. I keep saying Naser. It's like in written form, it doesn't work for my brain. Even though I've said it correctly hundreds of times by this point. Nasa, Shrudders, and... Because the problem is you spell it with an I. You spell his name with an I in the transliteration. It's a weird thing to do, especially considering the parents are so traditionalist, they call it... Also, no one in Goodbye Volcano High has last names. Except for Mrs. Roberts, where it is the only thing we know about her. You get one name, first or last, choose! Or you be LJ, and you kind of cheat, and your nickname is your name. Because she probably has, like, the L and the J probably stands for something like Laura Johnson. And there's a shudders and looks at his own foot-long Philly sub, longingly. Sure thing, babe. He tears the sandwich in two and hands me the larger half. Here, Anon. Oh, you're such a weenie! I will never forget your brave sacrifice. For the girlfriends! With that, we all dig into our meal. Why didn't you just start eating while you were waiting and... Questions. It was the perfect time, Anon. After school. My classes after lunch were the same as before it. By now, I'd reduced my introduction that only the teacher cared about. My classmates were disinterested, and I would sit down and be forgotten. I hope the rest of the year is just like that. I just want to skate through it all. After that, left for... After... Oh, wait, sorry, I misread that completely. All that's left for today is the concert and dinner. The auditorium. I wait outside the auditorium entrance with Nasir, who is checking his phone for messages. Alright, Fang says the show is starting in a bit. See? Nasir turns the screen to me. Okay, sorry, January 6th. Yeah, it's January! Fuck you! It's January! Okay, sorry. Fang? Piss off. Is the pizza here? You can have a slice, but after that you get the fuck out. FWR. Man, I love that they actually use the phone reference. Ooh, it's after school, but it's like 4 p.m. Dude, you have a short day. He's got 4G with a nerd. Where's your 5G brain chip, man? Bad reception, too. I love this. Cute little details. Where's your home button, dude? I really love subtle detail that okay, sorry is here. Just makes him look a little bit more sheepish. That he's like, okay, sorry. Just... And then Fang immediately with this. And all he says is Fang! Oh. FWR? Like Franklin W. Roosevelt? Everyone I know says Roosevelt. Roosevelt. But it's Roosevelt. Because it's Dutch. You dingus. Nah, Fang's words, not mine. Is, your, sibling always like this? Fang's, I wait for him to continue. Well, I mean, kinda. Glad I'm an only child. Nasir glares at me. Fang's still family. And I gotta get the cool back, you know? Fang's still family, you know? No! Oh, that's alright, mouse button, cool. Oh, yes, sorry, just saying so. I mean, you could be like that if you want to. You can be like, ah! Nasir deflates. Yeah, counter pressure. It immediately just fucking sags. You're good, Anon. And, yeah. They're family, but, you know, Fang is just so, difficult? Yeah, difficult. I don't know why. Sounds rough. It is. I know they care, but Fang doesn't want to be around me. Finally, the doors open, and I smell cheesy, heart-clogging goodness within. Sweet. Come on, Anon. I'm surprised no one calls out my name. A caveman, a caveman of a man, holds open the door for everyone. Wait. Wait. His massive hand stops me. Yes? I'm guided to the side, away from the crowd that is filling into the auditorium. Look at this hulk of a mysterious Jogo. So how are you feeling about our lovely school, Anon? It's the spear-shaped pin on his lapel that his principal informs me who this giant is. Oh, it's, nice? Cleaner than my old school. He guffaws and slaps his chest. Oh, excuse me, I need to click the mouse. You can thank your classmates for that. What? Now, go and enjoy the show. Yes, sir. Oh, I do need you to come by my office tomorrow for some paperwork. I nod and go back to the door when Nasir's standing, holding it open for the last bit of the audience to go inside. Nasir leads me and the large crowd into the shitty school theatre. And it looks pretty nice. The foyer has tables with boxes of pizzas. Let's actually call it here.